Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you your birth certificate isn't just a piece of paper? We're going to unpack a really fascinating theory today, one that claims it's actually a hidden contract. We're going to break down all the claims, step by step, and really see how this is all supposed to work. So, this one question, it's really the key that unlocks this whole idea. The theory goes that this document we all have, this everyday piece of paper, it's not just a record of your birth. No, it's way more than that. It's supposed to be a contract that secretly locks in your legal and financial reality right from day one.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, we have to talk about a core concept they use, voluntary servitude. Now, what does that even mean? Well, the idea is this isn't about being forced into anything. It's about willingly entering a corporate system as something they call a trustee. And the big question is, how do you volunteer? According to this theory, it's simple. You just accept a state-issued birth certificate.
Right, so, servitude. To who or to what exactly? Well, this is where it gets wild. The theory claims we're not serving governments, but corporations that are just pretending to be governments. And they say there's proof. They point to things like U.S. SEC filings, where names like the Commonwealth of Australia are apparently listed as corporations. The implication is that this turns all of us into unknowing cogs in a giant corporate machine.
And this is where things get, well, really specific. It all comes down to something as simple as grammar. The theory argues that when you see a name, any name really, written in all capital letters, it's not actually English. It's a kind of code, what the source calls a D-based language. And that code is meant to signify a corporate entity, not a real person or a country.
So, let's bring this back home. If putting a country's name in all caps supposedly makes it a corporation, what do you think happens when they do it to your name? The theory says this little trick creates two completely different identities for you. And the document you have in your possession, that reveals which identity you've been saddled with, probably without you ever knowing.
Okay, so this whole thing really hangs on the idea that there are two separate documents. You've got the one most of us know, the state birth certificate. That one, according to the theory, makes you a debtor. But then there's this other one, this certificate of birth, which is supposed to be the key to becoming a creditor, and that comes with a whole different set of rights.
And this really breaks it all down, doesn't it? The whole idea is that the information you give them when you apply, it's like a switch. Give them your full name, first, middle, last, and the day you were actually born, boom, you're a debtor. But, and this is the crucial part of the theory, if you use only your Christian name and the date of registration instead, that's how you supposedly unlock that creditor status.
So, to give these two roles some historical weight, the theory borrows terms from ancient Rome. You're either a plebeian, that's the debtor, the person always paying in, or you're a patrician. And the patrician is the exact opposite. They're the creditor, the beneficiary, the one the system actually owes something to.
Okay, but how could this switch even work? Well, it all comes down to a really tricky interpretation of language. The theory claims that the phrase date of birth doesn't mean what we all think it means. It's not the date you were born. Nope. It's the date the legal trust was created in your name. In other words, the date of registration.
And get this, it's not just an abstract idea. The source material actually provides what it calls a how-to guide. It lays out these exact steps. You go to the courthouse, you ask for a certificate of birth, you only give your first and middle names, and you use the registration date. The claim is, if you do this, you'll get that other document and completely flip your status from debtor to creditor.
But why? Why does any of this even matter? What's the point of a system like this? This is where the theory really zooms out from your personal document and connects it to, well, the entire global financial system. So at its core, you've got this two-tiered system. You have the debtors, and that's supposedly most of us, who are constantly working and paying to cover the state's debts. And then you have the creditors. They're the beneficiaries. And in this world, their debts are paid for by the work, by the assets of all the debtors.
And here it is, the financial linchpin of the whole theory. The claim is that when you accept that debtor status, you're unknowingly pledging everything, your future work, your assets, your entire life's value as collateral. And this huge pool of collateral is supposedly what gives central banks, like the Fed, the power to just create money out of nothing. To back this up, the theory points to one more piece of, let's call it, physical evidence. It claims that in some countries, like Australia, birth records have literally been moved. They're not in government buildings anymore, they're supposedly stored in commercial bank buildings.
The argument is they're being treated like financial assets, not just simple records of who we are.
So let's just wrap our heads around this for a second. The core claim is that there's this hidden choice buried deep in all the bureaucracy, two completely different legal realities existing right next to each other. And the key to unlocking the better one isn't about money or who you know, it's just about knowing the secret code, this hidden language in the paperwork.
I mean, it is a really complex web, right? You've got legal interpretations, weird grammatical arguments, huge financial theories all tied together. And it all leaves us with one big question to ponder. Is this a profound hidden truth about the way our world is actually structured? Or is it just a really elaborate, really compelling story?
Because we are not animals, but also we don't want someone acting as a sword of God, because then everybody would think that they have this authority, and the only outcome is bloodshed.
Just look at the roots of Israel worldwide. Wherever you go, there is Israel. Israel is God. You fight with Israel, you are fighting with the most powerful authority of the universe. And I try not to get to the business of God. But this is what it is. If you don't accept it, you are in the face of a certain destruction. What's happening in Gaza can be repeated everywhere else. And Palestinians are not people. Don't condemn what I just said. I mean it. They don't qualify. It's a fallen society. It's fallen from grace, from my grace. And I don't have compassion.
Let me say that we have been highly effective in conditioning the people's minds to accept our solution to the world's problems. The energy crisis here in the United States was exceptionally successful worldwide, and we expect similar success with our upcoming food shortage. Our labor leaders have made great progress by causing confusion and work stoppages in all areas of the world. The dollar is being devalued even faster than we could have hoped. Politically, the public has lost total confidence in any form of government. As you know, we ourselves do not need to hold any visible office of leadership. As a matter of fact, it's better that we do not. If we control the finances, news media, food, transportation, energy, we control everything. If we continue on our present course, it is my opinion that we could present the devil himself as a world leader, and the people would accept him.
When we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. Now, what do you need in order to hack a human being?
There's no escape from suffering! Can you handle that shit? The meaning of emptiness! Can you handle that shit? Oh God! Shit! think you are? Get around all that shit! Burn! Burn! Get around all that shit!
Fuckwits. Everyone's a dumb cunt, and everyone is an ugly cunt. You are not my friend, you never will be, and I will spit in your face, and if I have a knife, I will fucking stab you and slit your fucking throat. I can't stand dumb cunts, and 99.99% of you listening right now are a dumb cunt and a fucking ugly cunt. Look at yourself in the mirror and you see that you're fucking as ugly as dog shit. I hope you fucking die. And I hope you die really fucking quick, and I'll have a party. Auntie fucking dumb cunt. This dumb fucking cunt. Dumb as fucking dog shit, fucking evil, fucking slut, fucking whore. Listen, you dumb fucking cunt. Have a look at her fucking stupid face. Dumb fucking cunt is fucking stupid as fucking dog shit. You fucking dumb fucking cunt. You stupid fucking whore. Dumb cunt. fuckwits. Everyone's a dumb cunt, and everyone is an ugly cunt. This dumb fucking cunt, dumb as fucking dog shit, fucking evil, fucking slut, fucking whore, dumb cunt. Dumb cunt.
So therefore, we have to have what Walter Lippmann, back in 1920 or so, called manufacture of consent. We have to ensure that actual decision-making, actual power is in the hands of what he called a specialized class, us smart guys, who are going to make the right decisions. And we've got to keep the general population marginalized because they're always going to make mistakes.
Marginalizing meaning?
Reduce them to apathy and obedience. Allow them to participate in the political system, but as consumers, not as true participants. That is, allow them a method for ratifying decisions that are made by others, but eliminate the methods by which they might first inform themselves, second organize, and third act in such a way as to really control decision making. That is, the idea is our leaders control us, not we control them.
We're sorry. They just have to leave. Unemployment runs out after just 6 weeks. How does it feel to be a budget cut? You're snipped. You no longer exist. Your numbers been purged from our central computer so we can read the facts and sweep you under the rug. See our chart? Unemployment's going down. If that ruins your life, that's our problem.
If you are unvaccinated and the virus comes into your community, the virus will hunt you out. The virus hunts down the unvaccinated.
The virus will find the unvaccinated. That's what they all say.
And it's a virus that will find you if you're not vaccinated.
If you're unvaccinated, it will find you.
The virus is literally finding unvaccinated people.
It will find the unvaccinated.
You know, in a way, it's always the same. If you're quite happy with yourself, very relaxed, maybe even out there somewhere in the sunshine, yeah, that's when it's happening. When you feel best. What? Someone comes around and the good mood goes. Well, what to do? Open your heart and say the truth. So easy. Don't disturb me. Oh, don't disturb me. Please don't disturb me. You disturb me.
Mind the Gabba.
You bitch ass.
Look, I'm not, without going into all the details,
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
We're sorry, but you're no longer needed, or wanted, or even cared about here. Machines can do a better job than you, and this is what you get for asking questions. The unions agree sacrifices must be made. Computers never go on strike. To save the working man, you gotta put him out to pasture.